gonna lose a lot of grip here, traction. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I go by the name of Solo. Welcome back to Solo Driven. Now today, we're gonna be fixing the camber on my car because if you can see right here, let me go up to the front. It's starting to camber really bad and cause a lot of issues. I've taken this tire off before and it's already starting to break the tire up and get to the wire. Hey, we're over here with the fender roller guys. Got my guy Alex and we're gonna get to the bottom of this. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna be replacing the camber caster plates, or adding them, so to speak. The way it comes stock, you can't really do that when you lower a car after a certain point. We're gonna be adding that way we can correct this camber issue that I'm having and put some new tires on there today. If y'all guys remember, when I had this car, it was already lowered and I went from the Eibach, what are the black ones?
The black ones are just the regular Eibach, and then the red ones the Eibach Sports.
Yeah. So I had the guy had the regular Eibach on here, and I switched to the Eibach Sports. So it lowered it a little bit, and when I lowered it, it completely switched the geometry of the car. So over time, the tires in the front started to camber in, and now it's become an issue. Like I mentioned earlier, starting to tear up the tires. We're gonna finally get matching tires. We're gonna get the Toyo triple eights up in the front as well. When I'm driving, the steering wheel is starting to shake just a little bit, and I had to put a little bit of pressure to bring it to the left to keep it straight, and I don't like that one bit. So hopefully these Eibach caster camber plates are gonna correct the issue. Now I don't really know too many people, I guess I took them out already. I don't really know too many Mustang guys that are running the Eibach caster camber plates. They usually run with the Maxim Motorsports or some other brand, so this is going to be kind of new. I hope that this video kind of answers questions in regards to those Eibach caster camber plates. And the reason I went with those is because I already have Eibach suspension on the car, so I would like to say that they're a trusted brand for me, so might as well have everything that matches. That way it can work all together. Alright, so I guess the microphone ran out of battery when I was capturing all this footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to step in, and I'm going to kind of try my best to reenact what I was saying in the video. That way it's not more of a kind of like a commenting. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But anyways, I'm going to be here talking in the background. Alright guys, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to remove the brake assembly, the shock assembly. Then we're going to come up here and remove the factory one, drill a hole in where it needs to be, put the new one on, and then reassemble everything back together. And here we have the new camber caster plates. They feel amazing. Comes with the bushing, zip ties, everything that you need to put this kit together. It has all sorts of little adjustments that you can do for when doing these type of alignments. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to kind of cover what he was saying because I don't remember. So basically what Alex is covering right here is how it is assembled from the factory. We're gonna be removing all these things, the little plate on top, the new bushing. We're also gonna be removing the boot, I believe. We're gonna be clipping this off right here. We clip that off. And then we're gonna remove the boot. We're gonna take the bushing on the top part. We're gonna take that off because we will be reusing the actual the boot part that he has in his hand right now. All we're doing is swapping out with the new one. We're gonna align it with this line right here, flush with the boot, and then we're gonna zip tie it. So here he is, just installing all that stuff. I'm sorry guys for this section of the video. It's so disappointing, but it's one of those you learn as you go. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna put the boot back on. You're gonna push it down some. Then you're gonna get 2 of the small washers, put them on there, and then you're gonna push the boot back up about a quarter ways down from the washers. Then you're gonna put the long washer. Then after you finish that, then you're going to put the strut back onto the strut tower. You're going to put the remaining 2 washers and then the nut. So here we are. We're putting the strut back into the strut tower. Now we're going to install those 2 washers and then just screw the nut on. Now what Alex is saying right here is that you do not want to tighten that nut all the way down because there's a lot of play or whatnot. I'm not really too sure. But we are going to put the shock back on, put it aligned, you know, put all the bolts back on, and then we're gonna tighten it from the top. So here he is, just putting it all, assembling everything back together. Once you're done with that, he lifted it up a little bit. And now tightening the nut on top. So once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and torque and tighten everything down and reinstall the brake assembly. Alright guys, now everything is installed. One thing that I really like about this assembly is that they are powder coated, so we're not gonna have to worry about them messing up and getting rusted, deteriorating over time. These are gonna last a long time. They look great under my engine bay with the whole black thing that I got going on. It is still cambered a little bit. He was able to push it out some just to get it, you know, to be okay enough to go get the alignment done. Alright guys, big shout outs to my guy Alex and Fender Roller Guy for the amazing work. If you are in the San Antonio area and you need fender rolling, suspension work, they now offer mechanical services. So if you're in need of any of these things, make sure to give them a holler. But now let's go get these tires and the alignment installed. Alright, so we're here at Discount Tire, and I don't know how much filming I'm going to be able to do, so I'm just going to get these installed. That way we can go get it aligned. Got the old tires, got the new tires right here. And these look way better. Ugly. Alright, so we made it here to the alignment place, and one last look before we get this cambered and corrected. Now this side is not that bad. It's more of the driver's side to me. But one last look before we get it fixed. It's kind of funny because I never really get to see the car because I'm always driving it, but yeah, it's real nice to see it pull away and all that good old stuff.
Camber's out in the front, maxed out the adjustment. He's able to bring it in a hair on both sides, nothing much. It is still out, about 0.9 degree. Caster, there's no adjustments there. And all the rear, there's no adjustments. It's a solid axle. So, but set the toe on the front, it's all good.
Okay, so that 0.9% is not gonna make any real difference or anything like that?
No, you may have a slight drift to the left, but nothing too crazy.
Okay, cool. Alright guys, so everything has been done. As he said, we're still gonna have a little slight, like, it still looks the same basically, but he wasn't able to pull that out. But like he said, 0.9, it's not really gonna make that much of a difference. This side, a little better, but still have that. As long as these tires are good and they don't get worn out, as opposed if I didn't have this alignment done, we're good. So right now we're taking it for a little drive. So far so good. I mean, just like he said, a little pull to the right. I'm gonna have to see what that is about. But the tires feel great. The response is great. The steering wheel had a slight misalignment to the right, but nothing really too noticeable. And now that's kind of corrected itself a bit. It's crazy because when the road is very smooth now, the car has like a humming sound to it because of the tires. I haven't gotten on this thing in a minute, so we might just do that now. Ignore all the dash lights warnings. We're gonna go get gas right now, don't trip. I'm gonna lose a lot of grip here, traction. Love that whine. Little uphill. Now please don't mind all the indicators going on in my dash right now. We are gonna get fuel right now. And there's a reason why that service engine light is on now. And it's because I did install a performance mod, 2 performance mods in the engine, which I will not make a video on. I will just cover it in the next video. The steering wheel. This is probably one of the best mods I have ever done to any of my cars. I get so many compliments. It's like one of the first things people that know about Mustangs notice, and I recommend anyone who wants to get a better, more modern look in their car to install one of these bad boys. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get a first, second, and third here. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry for the lack of videos lately, but ever since the click clunk pop video that I released, I told myself never again will I release an unfinished video. So I hope you guys understand and appreciate the efforts that I put into creating content for you guys. I do have content on the way, so make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and I'll see you on the next one.